Hello, my friend, and welcome to your Reiki session today. We are going to start with some really invigorating eucalyptus moon water spray. You join me in the forest. Nice, calm, peaceful environment for really empowering industrious action. My intention for this session is to really empower you today. So a lot of the tools we're going to be using and things we're going to be focusing on are going to be with that intention in mind. I'm going to use this woven fan to waft our aura mist. So all you need to do for this is just lie back and sink into the Reiki table and just do your best to give over to this present moment. This beautiful mist is just kind of cascading down onto your physical body, and we are spraying it in your aura, filling you up. Good. I find it so relaxing to, weirdly, especially on a kind of cooler day, if I have the fire going or something like that, just to feel that warm air. But it's obviously really nice on a hot day to help you feel refreshed. It just can be so nice to have someone really caring for your comfort level and really trying to take care of you. Okay. So before we get too far into this video, I did want to mention something before I forget, which is that we are doing a giveaway for this video. I'm going to be choosing one of you to receive one of my crystal bundles. I'm going to be giving away the clear quartz crystal bundle, which comes with a large piece of clear quartz, or a large clear quartz point rather, sage bundle, and some Palo Santo. And it comes like that, wrapped up in a little ribbon. So if you would like to enter to win this clear quartz bundle, then all you have to do is just be subscribed to this channel, that you have hit the notification bell, and that you've commented down below. The comment down below can really be anything, but maybe something really positive to each other could be really helpful and nice. So maybe just something positive that you can think of to share down below. And then just make sure that you like this video, and then I'll go through and I'll choose one of you to send this little clear quartz crystal bundle to. So the reason that I wanted to do this is because I just wanted you all to know just how grateful I am for all of you. It's just such an honor to be able to connect with you here, and so thank you. And yeah, I wanted to be able to send you one of those. So I know that those of you who have received your crystal bundles have been enjoying them, so thank you for that. And yeah, leave a comment below and I'll go ahead and choose those. I'll leave all the information down below in terms of when I'm cutting off the whole thing so you don't comment too late. But yeah, there we have it. I'm going to now use a little bit of sage and do some energetic cleansing here. So for this theme, this was one of your requests, and I wanted to create this session to really help to empower the kind of efficient and industrious action that a lot of us are searching for. So it's a sort of slight spin on productivity, which we've done sessions on here before. And if you're ever looking for a session here, just go to my videos and search in a keyword. Like one of you asked about self-doubt the other day. So I have tons of videos on self-doubt. And if you don't find that video, you can always sort of search possibly the opposite. So if you're looking for self-doubt, a video to help with self-doubt, you could look for a video on self-worth or self-confidence or self-assurance or something like that. And it'll usually be, I'll include the kind of opposite end of the spectrum, or it'll be about healing that thing in order to get you to a place of confidence, self-assurance, or anything like that. So just doing some clearing and cleansing here. Really trying to help you to release anything you might be bringing into this session that's really just not serving you anymore. So what can you offer up that's not serving you? What can you offer up that maybe you've been trying to cleanse or clear? Good. I'm going to light a wood-wicked candle here. So on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned self, in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session for industrious action, for empowered action, for effective and efficient action. Now, if you would like to clarify this intention, specify it, or even set your own intention, feel free to use this flame to do so now, and as long as it's in service of your own and everyone else's highest, wisest selves, we will honor that intention and see it through time and space to where and whenever it's applicable. I'm going to leave this here. And I'm going to light a little bit of incense. off of our candle. This is myrrh incense, and I will link this in the description box because I was able to find a link for it. So if you wanted to check it out and have the same incense that I use here, because I know you've been asking, it's so rare for me to be able to find myrrh, as a tool. So I'm going to draw the sacred symbols outside of your heart space here. So now I'm just going to move this through your aura, just to clear anything that's not serving our intention that we've set. Do a little bit of a deeper clearing here. Now, in terms of this kind of industrious action, what do we mean by this? So I think that sometimes we take action simply for the sake of taking action. Maybe we have a relationship with productivity that is really maybe a little bit off balance and really focused on productivity from the gaze of self-worth. And so if that happens, then any time when we're not being productive, we start to get anxious, we start to lose maybe our connection to presence because our priorities are out of whack. And we start to feel that if we're not being productive, if we're not being constantly attacking our to-do list, then we're not worthy. We really tether our sense of self-worth to our to-do list. We tether our sense of self-worth to something outside of ourselves. And that can be really tricky because everything is temporary, but our sense of self, that should be permanent. I don't like to use the word should, but it can be permanent, We can really have a deeper relationship with ourselves where our value is inherent. And if we don't have that naturally, it's a process and a practice, as is everything. But this kind of industrious action for me is all about having a balance when it comes to our priorities, having a balanced sense of self-worth, knowing our value, really believing in ourselves, and making wise, aligned decisions about the way that we move through our lives, the decisions that we make, the way we choose to engage with productivity, the way we choose to engage with patience and self-care and self-worth and the way we choose to engage with our careers and ambition and things like this, that we're really striving for taking action from a place of wisdom and alignment. Because I think if you are so wrapped up in ambition and being productive and that being your main focus, and you're kind of leaning out of alignment, then I don't think you're going to be very successful in that productivity. I think you'll either probably, my guess is, burn out, or what you're doing won't be towards a specific goal. It won't be towards something that you really resonate with on a deeper level. And so you might lose your steam, you might lose momentum, you might start a new thing and kind of drop off halfway and start something else because you're constantly chasing something that's actually not in alignment. So with this kind of industrious action, what we're talking about is really, before we just jump headfirst into something, really moving through what we might need to do, what we really want, what we want the outcome to be, what our goal is, what our dream is, so that we can then more effectively and efficiently just move directly towards that. And you can apply this even to things like personal, spiritual healing. So if you're doing some self-improvement work, maybe you're doing some shadow work, maybe you are starting to engage in some shifts in behavior. I know a few of you have mentioned that recently, but maybe you're starting something new, embarking on something new. Then this can be great and very useful for that as well, because you can really start to connect with the deeper intention and really setting that intention and then resetting that intention so it continues to resonate with you. And taking some time, allowing some breathing space to really find that thing that you're searching for, finding that thing that you wanted to improve about yourself or your life or whatever it is. And then starting to take action from a very, researched, wise, felt and thought through place. Great. I'm going to use the Selenite wand to do a little bit of deeper cleansing. I'm going to start at your crown and move down. I would really encourage you, if you're feeling particularly, if this isn't really resonating with you, really ask yourself deep down if this is something that maybe you struggle with, is that you really do believe that your self-worth is connected and tied to your productivity and to how many ticks there are on your to-do list. Because I don't believe that to be true. And I think that is a really dangerous connection to start to make just for your own sense of self and self-love and all of that. And I think your ability to be present can sometimes suffer if you place a lot of value and a lot of your own value on how much you're getting done. But I want this session to be here in case you are someone who struggles with productivity in any way. So if you have a lot of blockages when it comes to this kind of productivity, let's clearing one more time in the solar plexus here. If you have any blockages when it comes to productivity, maybe you really struggle with productivity because you don't feel like you're worthy of meeting your goals. That's something that can happen. Maybe you don't believe that you're worthy of your dreams coming true. And so I want to provide this energetic healing here for any kind of imbalance when it comes to that. But specifically, I'd like the focus for today to really be on that really efficient, like the efficacious action. I mean, how many times have we gone to start something or gone to do something, and then you just charge in full speed ahead, and it's only while you're doing it that you kind of start to realize, like, oh, I should have started there and done that, and then this should have happened first, and that, which it's not a big deal, and sometimes it's really helpful just to begin, no matter where you begin. But it's also incredibly helpful to be able to know how you work and to also be really clear about what it is that you want. So using a little bit of frankincense oil here, I'm going to begin a little body scan. I'm going to use this little rattle here. It's just a collection of little seed pods. But I'm going to use this to shake up your aura a little bit. I think when we're doing anything that's about empowered action, anything that's about really taking action and activating, it's super helpful to use something like a rattle, to use scents that are a little bit more invigorating. Any menthols, tea tree, eucalyptus, rosemary, things like that that can really lift. Good. I'm going to take our owl rattle now, and I'm going to begin to shake this throughout your entire etheric field. There we go. How are you feeling? Just hope you feel 10% better by the end of our session today. So I'm going to begin by moving through with this clear quartz. This is going to be for kind of combing through and activating anything that's feeling a little bit dull. We're going to just be using this to kind of purify and activate, amplifying any positive energy and just kind of polishing any energy that might be a little bit dusty, a little bit dull. Focusing in the mental plane here, just to kind of cleanse and purify in this mental space here. And then here in the solar plexus, really doing our best to activate in this space, really help to provide a sense of balance and a sense of empowerment in your solar plexus, this space of action, of forward momentum. Just clearing a little bit at the end, bottoms of the feet, soles of the feet, just combing through there in case there's any stagnant energy. Now I'm going to move through with a few more stones. I'm going to move through with this citrine, and I really want this to be here for action that promotes prosperity. So whatever it is that you are looking for, whatever your intention is here, I am now empowering energetically this space in order to kind of fulfill whatever your intention is, in order to really see the fruits of your labor. So hopefully this will then encourage wise action. And we're taking this amethyst cluster, 2 smaller stones here, but taking this amethyst cluster to really just kind of comb through and invite that sense of wisdom, clarity, alignment. It's a great combination of stones. I like meditating with this stone either on my third eye or on my crown, and then placing this stone right on my solar plexus. So I really want to encourage you to start thinking about ways in which that dream that you have, that goal that you have, ways in which maybe you're acting towards that are actually not beneficial. So using this as sort of this wise review process, seeing if your actions are bearing the fruit that you intended, and seeing if there are ways that you can more efficiently move towards that goal. If we can start to practice the thinking before we act, thinking before we speak, then it can be really, really helpful for us. And it can also allow us to have a much more effective work routine, career, life, home life. Spiritual practice can help with our relationships. And I think if we can take some of that energy and make it work for us in a more efficient way, then we'll free up a lot of space for us to be more present with others. Have you ever met someone and it seems like they're always running late, and they claim it's because they're so busy and because they have so many things that they're doing? No shame if you are one of these people. It's just about kind of aligning and seeing where we can find ourselves a little bit more intentionally living, like living from a more intentional place. But when we're engaging with people like that, sometimes it seems like they constantly say, oh, I'm really busy, I've been doing this and this and this, and there's almost a sense of pride with how busy they are and things like that. And sometimes you might think to yourself, well, I'm doing a lot of things and I'm meeting a lot of my goals, but I'm not always busy and I don't have this chaotic energy around me, or I really try not to. And so when you sometimes look at people like that, that can make you start to realize that just because you're working really hard all the time doesn't mean you're actually getting where you want to go. Sometimes it is a little bit more like running on a treadmill, where you're not actually getting to a destination, you're not actually moving anywhere, you're just kind of staying still. So we want to try to say, okay, how can I have all of the things that I want, have space for the things that are my priorities, and also meet goals, make new goals, manifest things into my life. I think a lot of it is about prioritizing, using perspective, and then releasing, trying our best to release control, and doing little things. That cumulative effort is so powerful, little things every day. Gorgeous. So now I'm going to place 2 stones. I'm going to place this little citrine. It's kind of like a double point. So I'm going to place this right on your solar plexus. And then I'm going to place this amethyst right on your crown. Good. So now I'm going to move through with this purple fluorite. This is a great stone for focus. I love using this stone for really kind of piercing through and maybe seeing what's really there, allowing the dust to settle. And sometimes this kind of industrious action means you don't take action, means you need some time to sit and think about this, mull things over, come up with a really strong strategy that's based on some research, whether that's emotional research or you're just kind of taking stock of things, but really just trying to evaluate things so you don't feel like you're constantly trying to catch somebody else's train, that you're really being very intentional about everything that you're choosing to do. And I think this is sort of an advanced take on the spirituality, because I think it does, if you're in the beginning of your journey, like the way I was when I was first starting out on this could have been a little bit challenging for me because I did feel overwhelmed by so many things. So I think it can take some time to get to a point where you're able to even parse through what's going on, maybe mentally, maybe emotionally, maybe in your life and the decisions that you're making. So really be patient with yourself. Send yourself all kinds of love and compassion, and just know that even taking a moment to think about this, to allow this energy to sweep all through your body, just taking this time for yourself can be helpful and beneficial. I thought I saw a deer behind you. There's so many deer here. It's so lovely. Okay. So I'm going to place this purple fluorite right on your third eye, indigo fluorite. I love this stone. It fits together like a jigsaw puzzle. You can actually see the kind of pieces. And because fluorite is cubic, it has that physical manifestation of order. So the clarity that it invites into your mind can really be present when you're looking at the stone. It's almost like an inspiration for that. So just placing this right here on your third eye. Good. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative and emotionally balanced. You are safe. Thank you so much for joining me. It is always such a pleasure to be able to connect with you. And if you want to enter the giveaway, then make sure you're subscribed, that you have the notification bell turned on, that you have left a little comment, maybe something positive from your day or something positive about this topic, and anything that you'd like to share, even just a little heart emoji or something. And then just make sure you like this video. And then I will get in touch with you. So if there's anybody else that's reaching out to you, it will be me from this channel, Reiki with Anna, Reiki space with space Anna, R and the A capitalized. Just be mindful if anyone's asking for like bank details or anything like that. That's not me. I've been hearing that that's been happening with influencers who are doing giveaways, that there's a lot of scammy stuff happening. So just make sure that when I reach out to you, it's from me, and we'll figure out down in the description box. I'll let you know how I'll contact you and how and when we'll do this giveaway. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me, and until we meet again, be so well. Sound. Anything like this kind of sounds like a kitten to me. Like a kitten purring. And just doing a little bit of balancing and aligning. But how would you suggest that a person achieve the ability to feel that comfortable with people? Not have that fear or apprehension of being disliked or judged by other people. That always happens when I'm trying to do it like a And just repeat